What is up, good people? Thank you for checking me out here at The Real Counselor's Corner. As always, you can follow me on all social platforms. That's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's Twitter, and that is YouTube under the handle at The Real Counselor's Corner. Man, it has been a minute. I was checking my YouTube video list and noticed I hadn't posted anything in about a month. In about 4 weeks, you haven't heard from at The Real Counselor's Corner. So this video is just titled Catch Up. We got to catch up. I got to catch up with the people. I've had a lot going on in the past 4 weeks here at The Real Counselor's Corner. So I'm taking some time to give you an update, let you know about some things I have coming up and some things coming up past those things coming up. So we catching up here at The Real Counselor's Corner. It's been a minute. You see, I'm a little rusty. I got to get back to it, man. So I appreciate y'all checking me out today. You notice my sweatshirt? You see that? Let me get the mic out of the way. Let me slide for a little bit. Let you check out that logo. Now, listen. Before I even get into it, I just want you to check out the quality. And this is what I need you to do. Most of y'all have already done it, but if you've purchased any NAOB gear here at The Real Counselor's Corner, I need you to post a picture with you wearing whatever you posted, whether that was a hoodie or that was a t-shirt. And right now, I'm rocking the logo, the red logo, black hoodie at The Real Counselor's Corner, NAOB gear. $40, you can have one. And it's nice quality too, feels good. I need somebody that has one to vouch for me, to let them know that this is not just me, but y'all know me at The Real Counselor's Corner. You know I do nothing but quality work. So you might as well go ahead and get fly. Got some new colorways coming up. So let's see, next week I'll be dropping the red shirt with the black logo. Ooh, it's so hard. It looks so nice. And then I'm dropping the gray with the black logo. So I have about 2 hoodies in both XL. I'm gonna get more XLs this time. Then I'll have shirts in both colorways as well. And I'm gonna grab some smalls because I've had a few ladies ask for, some smalls, and I wasn't prepared. But I promise you, if you ask for something and I didn't have the size the first time, I got you on the second one. You're gonna be first on my list because that first 24 garments sold out quick. So make sure you grab one. You know what? Matter of fact, hold on. I got some for you. If you have it, I got 2 left. I got 2 large. And you know what I'm saying? So look, check it out. Not only do you get a high quality shirt with the at The Real Counselor's logo, you see the look. Throw your little bracelet in there, and on top of that, something I'm putting on here is actually worth more than the shirt and the bracelet combined. You see that? You're going to get that signature right there. Hold on to this bag. That signature is going to be worth something. But no, real talk, I got 2 large left if you're interested in purchasing a logo t-shirt at The Real Counselor's Corner. All right. So that's one thing I've been doing. I've been definitely getting the brand out and about among the people. And, that was my mission, to start with the people, and then we just go and move upward and onward after that. So I appreciate the support I'm getting here at The Real Counselor's Corner, and I just ask you to continue to support. The biggest thing, pass on the messages that I'm trying to get through to our youth. So moving along beyond the branding, look at me, I'm rusty, man. I hadn't been on the mic in a minute. So most recently, I conducted part 4 of the Let's Build series in Owensboro, Kentucky. In part 4, we focused on empathy. So, I always give you a recap. And this is going to be a long video, people. So I hope you sitting tight right now. You somewhere where you chilling. Put me on the big screen. If you got me on your phone, but you at the house, you at the pad, the crib, whatever you call it, put me on the big screen because I'm going to be here for a minute. I think we have 5 minutes now, and I'm not even halfway through catching you up because we hadn't spoken in 4 weeks. I hope you missed me because I missed you. So I'm back. So let me catch you up on what's been going on with me. So I conducted part 4, empathy, of the Let's Build series at the Dugan Best Community Center in Owensboro, Kentucky, a couple of weeks ago, a couple Saturdays ago. So quick recap for those that are just now coming to the channel, welcome. And in regards to prior to this part 4 that I recently conducted, I conducted parts 1, 2, and 3 also at the Dugan Best Community Center in Owensboro, Kentucky. Part 1, we talked about self-love and foresight. Part 2, we talked about discipline. Part 3, we talked about resilience. And part 4, most recently, we talked about empathy. So part 4 started, as always, at 11 o'clock. Just to give you a recap, so about 11:10, no one was there. It was me and a buddy of mine was there. And we was having a conversation about what was going on, and we was talking. He was giving me some encouraging words. So then about 11:15, we had a few people come, and we ended up with maybe about 7 kids, 6 kids maybe. But I tell you this, the good thing about it is that all 6 were kids that had been there before. So when they were coming, it's always refreshing to see kids return, because when you have kids that are returning, you have something to build on. Like, you're not starting from scratch. And I always welcome people to come, whether you've been to the previous sessions or not. Please come. But when you see a face that has been there, for multiple sessions, it's a testament to me, to make me feel like what I'm doing is worthy for these parents to feel like their child needs to be there on a Saturday morning. So, man, I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you couldn't attend, but you spoke about it, and you couldn't attend, and you gave me some encouraging words, man, I appreciate all y'all, man, because I understand, look, this is not the only thing going on right now in the world, and, through my conversation, my buddy helped me realize that, and things are not how they used to be. The world has put us all in a position where we constantly stay busy, and I respect that. But I'm asking you this, if you got the time, it's worth checking out. If you don't believe me, ask somebody that's been to one before. So part 4, we talked about empathy. We talked about the importance of learning the difference between empathy and sympathy. And we also talked about how dangerous it has been for our communities to be sympathetic, or to have been treated with sympathy. Okay, because we talked about how sympathy leads to self-pity. It leads to the agreement of others regarding your self-pity, and that is a continuous drowning pit of sorrow. Sympathy, it has its purpose. Everything has its purpose, but in regards to using it to understand one's struggles, it's not good. We see it all the time. We all have people in our lives where, that their thing is that they want sympathy. You give them a solution to their problem. That's not what they want. They want to share their pity. They want you to agree with their pity, and that is sympathy. So we don't do that. We're talking about being empathetic, which is understanding someone's feelings, putting yourself in someone's shoes, which allows you, to give them not only sound advice, but actually help them deal with the problem, because you can envision yourself being there. And it's even easier to apply empathy when you've actually been there. Okay, but we talked about, applying empathy when you're familiar with the situation, and then also applying empathy when you see something that you may have never experienced that particular situation, but you've experienced the emotion that comes with that situation. And see, that's what it's about, because situations, they vary among people. So you can never teach a person how to handle a situation, because everyone's different. But what you can teach them is how to deal with the emotions that come with that situation. And one that we can always use is, the passing of a loved one. Even though you may have never experienced that particular event, you've experienced sadness before. So it's all about the emotion. That's what we're talking about. So empathy is something that we want our children to understand and be able to apply to one another, and especially when they're able to, become adults and use empathy as a tool to come back and help others. Because when you're empathetic, you understand what it's like to be in that situation, whether that is a kid trying to find your way, whether that is a kid trying to figure out your next step, whether that is a kid, in any situation. you can be empathetic and you can reach back and, help those in your community. So part 4, we talked about, boom, we talked about empathy. All right. So coming up, I told you it was a 5-part series. So what's that tell you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got one more left. I have one more part left. So let me tell you, before I tell you about this final part, let me tell you about next steps after the final part. So I'm going to do a little fast forwarding and then I'm going to rewind on you. All right. So I'm going to fast forward first and let you know after part 5, I have a second series that I've completed. I haven't conducted it anywhere yet, but it's next. I have a second series that I'm going to talk about in just a second. So after part 5, I don't want you to think this is the only thing that I do. This is just one of many, series that I have here at the Real Counselor's Corner. So the Let's Build is just one. It just happened to be the first one. And I told you at the beginning, the Let's Build series, part 1 through 5, was going to be free of charge for everyone. And I was going to hold it at the Dugan Best Community Center for several reasons. 1, that's the community I was born and raised in. And 2, I felt that what I have and had to say was needed and is needed in that particular community. So I'm going to keep my word and I'm going to conduct part 5 free of charge, just like I've conducted parts 1 through 4. So part 5 is coming up, I believe in April. I'm looking after spring break because part 5, what I'm doing is I'm taking all 5 of those characteristics and we're putting them together and I'm giving them to you in one lesson. Now we're going to learn how to take things that we've learned in isolation and put them together in one package. Because at the end of the day, the 5 characteristics, even though I had 4 sessions, because the first session had 2 characteristics. So the 5 characteristics in the Let's Build series, they create a package. Like you can't only have self-love and you can't have self-love and not have empathy. All right. You can't have discipline and not have resilience. They build upon each other. All right. So even though we learned them in isolation, part 5, we're going to take the 5 characteristics. We're going to put them into one. All right. So part 5, we're putting it all together. And part 5, I'm trying to do something really big. I'm getting the community involved. I've been speaking with some folks about being some guest speakers, and I'm really trying to put it together and let kids know that this is what it looks like to possess these characteristics, because I truly feel that these are the 5 characteristics that if every young man, a young lady, regardless of your race, creed, or color, could possess these 5 characteristics, then they would be on a path to personal success. And I know that not from a study I've read, not from some numbers that I've crunched, not from listening to someone and speaking from a book, but I've learned that from 20 plus experience in education. So listen to what I'm saying. There are people that go to school for 5 years to get a doctorate. So on and so forth. No disrespect. My wife has a doctorate, so no disrespect to doctorates. But I've done this for 20 plus years. And I have on the field training, much better than anything you're going to get in a book. So the lessons I conduct, that's what they're based on. And I use that as part of my credentials. 20 plus years in education. 15 plus in counseling. No? Yeah, 15 plus in counseling. So I'm very proud of that. So that's why what I have to offer is something worth taking. So come on out for part 5. It's free at the Dugan Best Community Center. God willing, we're going to do it in April. And then, after that, guys, we move on and we move upward. And my next series that I'm getting into is called the TAR equation. This is where the claps and all that come. So the TAR equation, of course, I work with acronyms, NAOB, neither above or below. Now we're getting into the TAR equation. And TAR stands for, thoughts, actions, results. Thoughts plus actions equal results. So the TAR equation, in this series, I'm totally focusing on the initial steps of creating a mindset to envision what you're trying to get to. because everything in the world that we put our hands on now, that we interact with, was all a thought at some point. From the garments you wear, from the television you watch, from the phone that's in your hand, it all was a thought. Excuse me. It all was a thought at some point. So we're working on creating the ability to envision things that you want in your life. So creating that thought. And then the next step after that is figuring out what actions you have to apply to that thought. So during the TAR experience, excuse me, I'm spitting, look at that. During the TAR equation, it's not only about, planning for longevity, planning for long-term goals. It's also about daily interactions. The TAR equation is trying to teach children or youth skills that you can use in daily interactions, because even when you're interacting with someone, the thoughts and the actions are going to equal results. If you are thinking something, all right, the action is going to be speaking that, and that's going to equal a result. So during the TAR equation, we're looking at it from different angles, all right, but it's all about creating first a mindset that you can envision where you want to go, being able to access the resources that can, boost or kickstart those actions that are going to bring those thoughts, to the end, which is the result. All right. And that's where you want to be. So coming soon from At the Real Counselor's Corner, you're going to have the TAR equation. Man, another series. But this one, we're going to play this one a little different. This is what I need you to do. In the Let's Build series, that's always on the shelf. So if anybody calls me out to do the Let's Build series, I always have that. So that's always going to be there. Don't think it went away just because I'm putting it away. So this is what I need you to hear me for. I need to get close. Am I on the mic? Man, that light got me too shiny. So listen to me here. This is what I need you to do. I need you to contact, if you work at a school, I need you to talk to your principal. If you don't work at a school, I need you to talk to your PTSA, PTA. If you know of a community center in your area, I need you to talk to whoever runs that community center. I need you to talk to your school board. I need you to talk to your diversity committee, your diversity board in your district. I need you to let them know what I'm trying to do, because here's the thing. What I'm trying to do is only as good as the people I'm able to reach. So I need your help to help me get to these people, because here's the thing. Facebook and YouTube and word of mouth only. No, I'll take that back. I need word of mouth. But Facebook and YouTube and social networks only do so much. I don't even know if you really see a lot of my stuff. Sometimes it looks like people get to see it. Sometimes I don't know. So I need you to get to the people that I need to see this, because I'm already working with the people here. I'm down here boots to the ground with the people. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm getting love from the people. I haven't received one bit of hate. One bit of hate I haven't received. I hadn't received knowingly, but I'm getting love from the people. So I need those that are making the decisions to understand that this is something that I really believe can benefit the youth, because it's all about changing the mindset at an early age. There's no such thing as the inability to change. But what happens, the older you get, we all know this from just living, it's harder to change the older you get. So my philosophy is, let's get them while they're young. So let me come out, let me do what I do, and we're going to help foster these young men and these young ladies to a pathway that they can be successful, personal success. Not what you and I think, is their personal success, whatever they may be. It's our job to help them get there. Not to tell them what to do, but to guide them to get wherever they need to be. So at the Real Counselor's Corner, man, I've been on here for about 20 minutes. I told you I had a lot going on. I told you I had to catch you up. So it's a blessing just to be able to do all these things and be active. So a couple things I need you to do. Oh, I'm not done. I'm going to have to go about another minute on y'all. I know I said I'm not done, because look, how can I forget this, man? March the 19th. Okay, that's next Saturday. Not this Saturday coming up, but March the 19th. I have been invited to be a guest speaker at the Ball Up, Guns Down session at the Dugan Best Community Center. Man, this is a big time event. We talking ball skills. We talking guest speakers. We're talking development. You know, we're talking food. I mean, it's a big thing, man. Check out my channel. I'm gonna put the flyer up. You know, right here. Check out my channel and you'll see more about it. But how did I forget about that? March 19th, Ball Up, Guns Down. Man, we're talking about gun violence, man. Because gun violence, I don't got to speak on it. You know, regardless of where you are listening to this, whether you are in Owensboro, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, New York, Los Angeles, man, gun violence is affecting all of us. So at the Ball Up, Guns Down event on March the 19th, not only are we speaking about how gun violence has affected us, we're talking about how can we prevent it? How can we decrease it? And it's a complex question, which is going to come with a complex answer. Because you got to get to the root of the problem, first of all. Why are people even dealing with guns? Like, what's the purpose? Let's get rid of the reason why they feel like they have to have guns, and then we go from there. So it's a very complex question. But we're talking about that at the Ball Up, Guns Down event on March the 19th. Dugan Best Community Center. We are there 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You better make sure you're there. I'm telling you now, you got time to put it on your calendar. You talk about you want to help with gun violence. You talk about how bad the world is. You talk about how bad the kids are. Come out here and help us get these bad kids right again then. Since you think they so bad, come on out here and help us. Because this is about the kids. At the Real Counselor's Corner, we about the kids. We love all people, but we here for the kids. So, now I think I'm at the tail end. I'm about 23 minutes in. I've had so much going on, and I hadn't been on here in a good month. So I know y'all miss me because I miss y'all. Make sure you get you some gear. I'm gonna tell you how you can get you some gear. It's how you can get you some gear. Because look, I told you y'all keep playing with me. Y'all keep playing, I'm gonna put these on eBay. I'm gonna let them go for about 100 a piece. Stop playing. I got 2 larges right here though, seriously. That's it. I'm out. The red, you know what? I got the red shirt, black logo, gray shirt, black logo, dropping next week. So make sure you get one. All you gotta do is check out my social sites. I tell you exactly how you can get one, you know, how much they cost, all that stuff. You know, check out my social sites. Check out Facebook and check out Instagram, and you'll get information on how you can get a hold of some At the Real Counselor's Corner, neither above or below gear. And you see the 2 fish, you know what that is, man. We on an equal plane with each other, man. I don't care what your profession is, what your title is, where you live, where you work, man. We are all on the same level, neither above or below. We got to cut out all this division among ourselves so we can keep moving forward. All right, so that's what we're doing here at the Real Counselor's Corner, man. Appreciate y'all for checking me out. Make sure y'all come out to the Ball Up, Guns Down event on March the 19th. Look out for part 5 of the Let's Build series. Look out for the new series that's coming up. It's called the TAR Experience, and TAR stands for Thoughts plus Actions equal Results, man. At the Real Counselor's Corner, I do nothing but provide heat for the youth because my job is to reform the mindset of the youth so they can move in a direction that is going to help us create a better place for all. At the Real Counselor's Corner, I appreciate you. God willing, I'll see you soon. Peace.